All right, so I want to talk about 3 things that you should be preparing for your future. So I'm going to keep it really light-hearted, but I'm really interested to hear also from other people, what are your plans? What are your plans for the future?
Yeah.
So when I say the future, I'm talking about now to December 2017. What kind of rich, big plans have you got?
No, I'm joking.
Good question. My plans at the moment is to I need to move.
Okay, she wants to move.
And I'm thinking about where I want to take my career now.
Okay.
I'm in hospitality.
Yeah. Where do you want to take your career?
I'm looking into counselling. That's really interesting. And also, it's really interesting about doing motivational speaking. And that's also looking into like different avenues.
Okay.
And
What resonates? Okay, so she was saying that she's looking at some change in her career. She's doing hospitality and is probably considering motivational speaking. Good, then you can join us then. So what I wanted to talk with you guys about 3 things. So the first thing is believing in the unseen. The problem is we believe things once we see it, but there comes a time in your life that you have to take the risk and have like a deep belief or deep faith on things that you cannot see, because most of the things we want is not here. Most of the things we want is not ready now. Most of the things we want are, it might be a year away, it might be a week away, and we can't see what it looks like. So we have to be ready to take risk on things that we cannot see. And what we need to do is, it's also about we have to attach pleasure to the things that we cannot see. So for example, if I was speaking to somebody one day and I said, next year I want to put on a conference or a seminar for small business owners, and I want to talk to them about HR. So I'm a HR consultant and a career transition coach, and I want to speak specifically with business owners to make sure that they're preparing for when they grow, when they're getting staffing, getting interns, getting volunteers. So when I'm speaking to people now, they're like, oh, I don't need that, I'm just a coach. Oh, I don't need that, it's just me, my one-man band. Because they're not looking further afield, that when they start getting bigger, they're going to need extra assistance, they're going to need extra support. So I'm trying to get them in the mindset, don't look at where you are now. This is just temporary. Yeah, so when you don't have your job right now, this is only for a short period of time. What you should be doing now is envisaging yourself working in media, team assistant, going out with ladies at lunch and doing all those wonderful things. So you start believing it, you start behaving in a way that's congruent to what you believe, and then it will come to you. So people will see and think, yeah, oh, Anna, should we make a really good team assistant? Because you start to act in a way of what you want to become. You can't see it, but you have to start believing what you cannot see. So that's one of the things in terms of how we can prepare for the future. Second thing is mastery, self-mastery, being good at what you do. It doesn't matter what field you're in, what industry you're in, it doesn't matter. You just have to try and be the best in your field. The problem is we're living in a society that we're just bombarded with so much information. So like today, somebody said to me, oh, Michelle, you're going to really like this. And they sent me a link to something. Somebody else sent me something and said, oh, Michelle, you're going to like this. And at the time, I was working on something. And then I stopped there and then I went to go onto this link. Then I went back to check my Facebook. Then I stopped to check my Instagram. Then I and I thought to myself, too much information. It's information overload. And I had to stop and say, no, Michelle, self-mastery, just be a master of one thing rather than be a jack of all trades. We cannot do everything. And I think with the internet and this all entrepreneurial revolution, we want to be good at everything. We want to be good at marketing, we want to be good at IT, we want to be good at accounts. And we can't be good at everything. We need to know what we're good at and give the things we're not so good at to somebody else. And it's fine. So it doesn't devalue you. You become more valuable to the marketplace when you know your worth, when you know how good you are, you can command certain amounts of money, you're in a position to negotiate, you're in a position to persuade, to lead, you become a thought leader in your area. So if you're a conscious coach, so for you, your mandate is you want to impact as many people around you, and for you to do that, you have to be the very best version of yourself. You've got to, which means you need to learn more, you need to study more, get more experience, raise your credibility, whatever it takes, and there's no competition. So there might be other conscious coaches, but there's only one of you. So you're only competing against yourself. You're not competing against any other coaches, any other teachers or leaders. You're just comparing yourself daily. So every day you try and be the best conscious coach you can be. So it's always self-mastery. We know we get so bombarded with information and we forget to execute. So, I mean, research said that when people go to seminars and webinars, they only 5% actually take action on what they've heard. Now that is really poor, only 5%, because some people are active dreamers and some people are lazy dreamers. They want the big house, they want the big car, they want to be able to speak to thousands, and they can't even speak to 10. Yeah, because they just see the big thing and they can't deal with the here and now. So this is where we have to really hone your skills, whatever you are. If you're into hospitality, you know, what can you do to broaden your horizons to make you the best at what you are, because you're only competing against yourself. And the third thing I wanted to talk to you about is doing things now. So this touches on what Mark was saying about procrastination. Now matters, not tomorrow, not next week. It's now. What can we do now to impact our future? What should we have done yesterday to impact our future? So many people would say, oh, I'm going to do this next week. And the problem is, when you want to do something, we leave here inspired and motivated and say, oh my God, when I get home, I'm going to do this. And then when you get home,
Go to sleep, eat a burger.
your daughter, exactly. You get home and your daughter's playing up. You get home and you forgot to put the washing on. Then everything, and life gets in the way. And it's natural, and it always happens. But then that passion, that even inspiration and motivation, they're short-lived. So the thing is, if you don't take immediate action, by next week, all what we've talked about, all what we've shared here, means little and nothing. So the passion you had, oh, when I go home, let's do this, and let's do my Facebook page, and let's do my Facebook like, and let's get on LinkedIn, the passion has decreased, because the passion the inspiration and motivation lasts but for a while. That's why we have to take immediate action. So for example, Julia and Anna, for example, after today, connect. And then, about weeks later, reconnect. But if you leave it 2-3 weeks, I can guarantee you will not even remember who each other are. Because this is the way life is. We're so busy, and it's very hard to remember things. So it's really important to act now. And what we need to do is, the things that we see around us, and the things that we don't see, we think, oh my God, there's so much pain around it. Or like, if I do public speaking, what are people going to think of me? What are people going to say? What if I forget my words? What if I forget my first point? But what we're talking about, it's not even perfection. You're just doing it. And if you just attach the pleasure, like if I do it, someone's going to hear my message. If I do it, someone's going to leave it inspired. If I do it, I might make a new contact. So it doesn't matter if it's not perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. We've got all outside external noises, and these are just things trying to put us off. It's it's showing us, can we stand the test of time when things happen? You know, can you continue to talk when our friends over there are moving all their chairs? Exactly. It doesn't matter. It's how you cope under pressure. That's when real character is tested. How you cope under pressure. Not when things are going good and you coped really well. You've done perfectly. So you're done good. And nice. So this is what I'm talking about.
Perfect timing.
That's why she does it extra.
Right. But you continue. Thank you. Anyway, so, and my last point I wanted to share with you was, which I'm always talking about this, so I'm going to mention it again, is about increasing your net worth, connecting with like-minded people and connecting with people who are higher than you, who will push you and stretch you. And I call it standing on the shoulders of giants. That's where we need to all be. Because when you stand on the shoulders, you see things differently because your perspective is different. So, and you don't worry about the things that go wrong because you're too high up to worry about those things. When you stand on the shoulders of giants, little things that used to upset you no longer upsets you. And you learn faster because they cut your learning curve. You watch what they've done, you model what they've done, whatever they've done wrong, we know not to do it. So we learn from our surroundings, we learn from people around us. So, isn't it that? Okay, never mind. So these are the 3 things that I want us all to take on board, is to act now, to believe in the things that you cannot see. Oh, bless. Thank you. Yeah? Oh, no worries. It's cool, it's all informal, it's all love. To act now, to believe in the things that are unseen, and to what's the other one I said?
Stand on the shoulders of giants.
Yeah, that too. And what did you say? Increase your net worth. Increase your net worth. What else did I talk about?
No.
Trust in the unseen. What else did I talk about?
Do stuff now.
Brilliant. And what did you say?
Do stuff now.
Do stuff now. And that's what it's all about. So when we leave here tonight, do something that you wouldn't have ordinarily done to get the things that you want tomorrow. That is what it's all about. You've got to do it tonight to get the things you want tomorrow. So if you know you want to apply, you've got to apply for a job, and apply tonight. What's stopping you? What's stopping you from applying tonight? What's stopping you from connecting tonight? So this is where we've got to take immediate action, and then we'll all have a better future because we've done things tonight and finished 2016 with a bang. All right, thank you. Hi guys, we've just finished at the Royal Festival Hall, and we were speaking about how to make the rest of 2016 a life worth living. So I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. There's going to be much more to come from us. And we spoke about different things about procrastination, about living life on your terms. We talked about how we can stand on the shoulders of giants, to see things from a different level, a different perception, so we don't worry about the little things that usually beset us. So, if you want to find out more about what we do, if you want to find out more about what I do, feel free to contact me at michelle@thepeoplespartner.com. That's michelle@thepeoplespartner.com. Or you can contact me on Facebook. I'm also on LinkedIn. My business is The People's Partner. And what I do, I'm a HR consultant, so I work with businesses, making sure that they are legally compliant, make sure they have the right policies and procedures in place, make sure they're making the right hires and saving them thousands of pounds in legal expenses. And I also do career transition coaching, helping people who want to make the changes in their lives, either from business to business or from one career to the next. I am the person who can help you do that. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you join us again soon. Have a great day.